Good afternoon. Thank you for watching Live with OCC. This is our second season, and we are so happy to have our first guest for season 2 is my good friend and sister. I call her Jackie, but Jackie Jackson. She's going to introduce herself and tell us the name that she goes by, and she's going to tell us all about her business. Hey, Jackie.
Hi. Hey, Jeanette, and thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, yeah.
My name that I go by, my government name is Jacquelyn Jackson, but yes, everybody do call me Jackie. And our business that we have is TDJ Equity Funding, which is basically, we create successful business owners, real estate investors, with funding is what we have. Anywhere from up to, $500 million based on developments and things of that nature.
Okay, so are you a funding group or?
We are considered loan brokers. And so what loan brokers do, we actually work as an in-middleman for the banks and for our actual clients, which works really good for those that need it. If you're not for sure how the process is going to go, or you don't know if you're going to be qualified, or you don't know how you need to look, and things of that nature, you would want to come to us first, because what we do is clean you up, make sure you have everything you need, and it's also based on what you're needing the funds for, and we just kind of streamline the process of where you need to go and how you need to do it, well, what you need to have, because how you go, you'll work with us. We work with direct lenders. Okay. So we work with the local banks, we work with SBA, we work with private lenders, and we work with direct lenders, all over the United States. Okay. So we're able to give them access to see what's available based on what their situation is.
Okay, so, and I know when we talk about money, that'll get everybody's attention. So are these your loans for business, or do you have programs for nonprofits?
We have programs, well, lending is available for businesses, and it's also lending is available for nonprofit as well. Also is available for startups, so people understand that, and it's also available for property as well. So we kind of deal with all of it pretty much. It's just basically what we do that really makes us apart from everybody else is that we don't take you and try to fit you in a lender's box. We try to actually put the lender in your box, and that makes it a little bit more, give you more options, better options.
Okay. Okay. So, as far as resources, what kind of resources do you guys?
Well, the resources that we have, and we definitely welcome, ask everybody to go to our website, www.tdjequityllc.net.
Tell them again.
It's www.tdj, like Tom, Doug, and Jackie, equityllc.net. And at that website, you can go on and actually see the type of, type of funding we do have, and they can look at those options that's there for them too.
Okay. Okay. So, how long have you, I know I've been knowing you a long time. Probably 15 years or so.
Yeah, plus how old is Ron?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's graduated, you have, wow, he's 26 now, so you have.
Yeah, but I know you did, different stuff, but this, and you also teach.
We do have a teaching program. So just to give a little background of where I'm coming from to where we got to this point, the big thing I found out that's been really helpful in doing what we do now is funding, is that I'm a business owner first. I owned at 1.7 businesses. I sold 3. 1 I closed because I didn't know how to close, and the other 3 I still own. That's over a 26-year span. So basically what I'm saying is this, I'm a business owner first, so I know the pain before we even start. So everything that have happened to this point that we put together is giving people what they need when it comes to the pain. I've actually been a business coach for 25-something plus years. In that process is where, I got into the business. I help them put things together, plans and stuff like that. I go in and help companies to set up and run, and I've been doing it over the years as well too. The only part I didn't do was I would package you up for lending, but I wouldn't actually go to the bank for you. So that's what we changed. Well, now, because now with us having it done, we are now talking to the banks. We are working with the loan officers, but now with our experience and everything that we've been growing, we work with the processors. We work with the loan closers. We work with the attorneys in the background. So it's a little different than when you walk in the bank and just give them an application. We know past that. And that's the part that really helps the business owners and the nonprofit owners of what they need to do in order to get funded. And that's what we do. Of course, the teaching process of that.
Okay, and this is good information because every business needs funds. And half the time you can't find them.
Mm-hmm.
And nonprofits, especially if you're smaller nonprofits, you can't get fund, you can't get loans, you can't get grants or anything.
Right, when you first start.
But yeah, so do you guys deal with federal funds
Well, it's I don't know.
or grants? Do you? Because
Well,
I know one time you did
Let
that.
me say this. I did. We did. Which would say she knows. I've written over $5 million in grants. You know, and I have proofs and checks and everything. So I've done that. But I think what it is now, where we at, I'm on the debt side. Okay. Now hold on. I'm going to contradict myself in a minute. I'm on the debt side where I can provide for nonprofit a debt loan. But the same setup we do for the debt loan is the same one we can take and you put it in the grant. That's the difference, because the lenders we deal with, they deal with the debt, but they also have for the nonprofit the lending, the grants for the nonprofit.
Okay.
So that's different, but that's how that works together.
Okay. Okay. Because I know for me, you've taught me a lot on that, you know, in the years. So I know she knows stuff. So
Yes, sir.
if they needed to find you, where would they?
They would actually, you can reach me, you can call it 214-561-7109, that's the phone number. Or you can go, when you go to our site, it pops up where you can actually sign up for our email list. By all means, please do. But you also can go and book an appointment, and they let you know what general they can book the appointment. These are just discovery calls. It's nothing you committed to. You just kind of want to say, hey, this is what I got. What do I need to do? One thing that we kind of, and I pride myself on, and thank you, because you have actually been one to listen to a whole lot of it, is educating people on what they need to do. You know, because we give you, so when you come, I try to give you an understanding of what you need to do. If it's something I can send you, we definitely will send you and kind of get you started, and you can kind of come back later. But if it's something that you're ready, it takes a process to go through the loans. Now, there are all different types of loans. You got time for me to talk about the loans? Okay. Let's talk about the loans, because I think, and I'm talking to you from a business person, and I know how much, and you and I both know how much lack of knowledge we didn't have like everybody else. So in that process, I found out that we do have, where you have your business loans that's done with the bank, typically that's what everybody knows. But if all you think is the bank is the only place you get some money at, you're already losing. We work with over 200, and they're not banks. They are doing the same thing, giving some rates and doing everything. You just got to know what's out there. Right. So you have the banks, you have the loans with the banks. Then you have the lending that SBA will do. And SBA, you won't get it, it's not directly dealing with SBA, but you deal with the lenders of SBA. Okay? But each lender is a bank, and that means they have something different. Because people think all banks are all together. God, they are not the same. They are not the same. And that's something we found over the years. But because we're loan brokers, we know that. How would you know it if it's one time you're just getting a loan? Right. We don't. You don't. As a matter of fact, you're going to use the person that opened up your checking account. Right. And that person, according to how much you're looking for, ain't going to be able to help you, but she ain't going to tell you. Just going to send you on to somebody else. Next thing you know, you get a call from Joe Blow, and they don't understand you, and if it don't look right, the numbers don't check out the door you go. So that's where we come in to add a little bit more. So you have the business, you have the SBA, then you also have, a lot of people know about the line of credit, but you have factoring. I have people that if you have a contract and it's a nice size, well, it's a nice size, it doesn't matter. If you have a contract, you can actually get funds on that contract by itself. Not on your credit score, not on your cash flow, not on any of that, but just based on the factor of what that contract is. So if you get a contract with AT&T, you're going to lay some fiber. They're going to pay you when you finish, and then you're going to have to wait about 120 days. You can actually come in and we can actually get you up to 90% of that up front. Well, you can go ahead and do whatever you got to do, get it done. You know, once you finish it, they're going to get you that money. So that's just one of many that we offer. Now you go to the website, we have a lot of them in there, access-based. You have uncollateralized and you have collateralized. Uncollateralized is based on your credit profile, period. Now, let me tell you what the general credit profile needs to look like, at least. You need to at least have a 680 credit score when you're gonna start funding. 680 credit score. They like to see no derogatory in the last 2 years, no more than 6 inquiries in a year, and you want to keep your utilization under like 45%. That's if you're going to be based it on just you. The myth that a lot of people have is that if I get an EIN number, I can just start all over. Well, all that is according to what you're going at. So it's a lot of stuff out here that may work or don't work, and I can't do with that. But I'm going to tell you how the banking industry works. That EIN number alone is not going to get you a dime. Okay? So we have to understand when you're doing a business, cash flow is what's important for the business side. And you're doing a personal, your credit flow, and I'm going to say flow because I'm explaining it to you, is important on the credit side. So what is the credit flow? They're looking for 5 different type of lines of credit. So you have a car, you have a house, you have 2 credit cards, you have a line of credit. They want to see 5 credit cards, and that's all you got. 1 card, that's all you got. See what I'm saying? So you want to work toward that to have a flow, and that makes the ones that's uncollateralized, like we have a program that would do anywhere from $25,000 to $500,000 just based on those stats I gave you. So what I'm saying, so that's how you deal with that. And then you take that money, which we allow that program because it's business personal. It comes to you personally in your account, but you can use it for whatever you need to use it for.
Okay.
That's the reason why we have that money, that personal benefit for you. So that's what we have.
Okay, well, this is good information. Like I say, because people don't know.
Right.
You know? I mean, businesses, and we're at the end of the year. This is October. Whatever you're doing, you should be planning for next year.
Right.
Getting it together, getting it straight this year, the end of this year for next year. So
Right. And that's something people don't understand. Like when you said, that's a good point, is getting ready. Like, you know how we do business plans? A lot of people do business plans, but they don't do funding plans. In a business, you should have when you should get money, what you're going to look like, what you're going to use it for, and guide yourself. Okay, I'm going to start off this time. I can kind of do this much, and I know about this time. And your plan should show that.
Right.
That I'm going to need to get like about 15,000, I need 20,000. I'm going to use it for this. Once you've used it, down the line, you're going to make enough money to pay it back. And we show you how to do that. And then you have your next one as you grow. So the thing is with money, it's not necessarily, oh, I'm in debt, I need money. When it comes to business, you take money to grow. And that's why you have to plan that out so you can grow. Because then again, and you and I know when we talk about this, if you don't plan, you're going to make a whole lot of mistakes. And how much that's going to cost you?
Money.
Exactly.
Money.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So again, this is October, businesses and nonprofits. If you just need to even talk, I know you were doing like a consultant, you know, maybe a few minutes to even talk to somebody.
If your listeners, they're coming from you, and if they would mention your product, they don't have to worry about it. They would most likely do with everybody, but just to make sure when they come out, make sure we'll do complimentary, just so they can get an idea of what they're dealing with. Because getting into a money field, an area and a business owner, we know how to do our business. We know how to do our business. We're learning that. We got it. But something about money, we kind of like shy away from that and like, oh, I deal with that later. You know, you got to be real bad. I go to the bank, you get denied one time, and you just stop. And I did it. So I know it's done because I did it. But
I didn't ask for none because I'm already, you know. So
exactly. That happened
and stuff, I never did it because I was like, let me do the work first. And then once I start doing the grant, I don't want to be told, no, you can't tell me I didn't do this.
Because you basically plant and build yourself to that point to look like, you know, you're feasible. And that's what people have to understand. It's about the cash flow. And when I say cash flow, people think, oh, I take my profit and that's my flow. No, that's not flow. Cash flow, and again, based on what you are, is based on a DSCO point. It's a formula that the banks use, the lenders use to figure out, is it 1.1.25? Because they'll get to the point, take all your taxes. That's why they ask for all that. And so we do want to mention some of the things that people need to have when they're actually going to go for a loan for documents. They ask you for your PFS, personal financial statement, because they're going to look and see what your network and all that. Then they're going to ask you for your income tax, the one from last year, the business, they probably ask for yours. What they're doing is getting, and then your debt schedule, whatever debt the company may have, they're getting their DSCR number on. And based on what that number is going to determine if they're going to approve you or not, because it's based on cash flow. It's not just your credit. I've had people come to me, I got a great credit score and I got $100,000 bank. What do you mean they can't give me a loan? Dude, you got 4 mortgages. Do you not know your debt ratio? And he doesn't think that way because he thought, well, my utilization on my credit card is down. Utilization has nothing to do with your debt. And you know, when it comes to business money, and that's something we have to learn the difference of, and we don't know that. So that's why it's so important. With us, it makes it easier for you to understand as long as we teach you this, and that's where the education process kind of comes through form.
Okay. So you do have some packages for like small businesses?
Mm-hmm. We have, well, I guess it's more, we have the program. So one of the programs we have, and I can send these to you, make a note so I can send them to you. But I can see one was the Empower. The Empowerment is from SBA, and that program is for, you haven't filed taxes before, so start a business. You have to have a business plan, you have to have projections. They ask for 1 year of personal taxes, and then they have one that's no credit score, and the other one is 580 minimum credit score. And then that's that program up to 150,000. So that would be one for the start. But if we're looking at somebody who's been in business for a while, SBA still have those programs up to 250, 350. And basically, like I said, we give you everything you need to have. We're more like I tell everybody, you bring me the ugly. I want you to look ugly for me. We're not going to look ugly for you.
You want to get straight. And that's what a lot of people do not, I mean, in business and nonprofit, you have to have a business plan. I do not, even when you start asking for grant money, first thing they ask you, business plan and what are you going to use in your programs?
Exactly.
Those are the same.
Exactly. Those and what we're doing now that I noticed, and I brought some stuff because I wanted to kind of bring that to you. They are really asking, like, sometimes the ones we've been dealing with is mainly they would say, okay, send me a summary. They don't even ask for the business plan. You need it because remember you got to pull it out that business plan. So let's make sure you do need it. And they just ask for organization, mission, and their objection. She said, what's the objection? What are they doing? What are they trying to do? Write me up something real quick. They don't want to see the plan. They now eventually see it, but this is just to get you pre-qualified. And I think and I want to mention this, I'm glad I'm doing this, that when you're getting lended, they're trying to pre-qualify you. So they're going to ask you for the minimum of things maybe, and you're going to give them everything. You can't do that at that point. You give too much.
You give what you asked to give.
Yes, and nothing else. And once that preliminary part comes, especially with my nonprofits, because we want to tell them a story. Right. You want to tell them it's a boy or a girl, and you want them to know all about the labor pains. Well, I got news for you. They don't want to know about the labor pains. Is it a boy or a girl? So just tell them what the program is about. I know it's your heart. I get it. But they need to see that it's also that it's feasible. It's going to be not necessarily lucrative, but it has a cash flow that you can take on debt. That's what they're looking for. And that's what we try to educate our nonprofit. That's what it is. So you have to change your mindset and the way you think, to be more like you have said all the time, business. So
yeah. And I'm laughing because I started the last year going on these virtual and they telling you how to get your stuff ready to do your grant. And everything you said is true. It's like, we ain't ask you A to Z, we just ask you A to B.
Right.
You be like, but I want to tell a story. This is how I started. Your mission statement not supposed to be everything. And just pick out
the whole
thing.
Of history. It started when I went through so oh my Lord.
That's exactly what they say. So I was like, well, now you have to start thinking differently.
Right.
So the last year and a half, that's what I've been kind of. So next in 2025, it's like getting ready to start really applying for stuff. And
Right, and with the guys and that's why I try to tell my nonprofit, I have a lot of them with some that will come and let's be real, it's a lot of misinformation out there on everything. Now with the internet, everyone, right? The important thing is like you have to really get with someone or organization that can guide you through the process, right? And I'm gonna tell you this. I listened to a coach one time, and even though I do business coaching too, I do funding coaching. I still listen to other coaches. I still learn, right? But he said something that was kind of, I believe, is not correct, and I'm gonna stand on it because he said you can start a coaching business, and the experience you have doesn't matter. What matters is you conveying your what you can do for the client. That's what matters. Now, you're talking to a sister been there for 25 years. And you know, that was not sitting with me. I wish you would come up here with no experience. Because he's saying, which a lot of them are doing, they take a class and take his class and reach up, and I'm going to show you how to bring in 100 customers. Anybody that's a real coaching, that's doing what I'm doing and got clients, if you brought me 100 folks, we can't work with them. If we can't handle that many, I can maybe do one or two if you're talking seriously, laying this stuff out. So it kind of, you know, for people to say, oh, I can do all that. No, you can't. So the thing is, what I'm saying is that experience matters. And because I also believe this, it's nothing I'm going to say or your coach going to say that doesn't make sense to you. He said, I know when I teach you all, sometimes you get confused with what I'm saying. But that's a problem. So that's what we have to understand as business owners. You don't have to take something that you don't understand because it makes you feel like I don't know enough. Right. No, it should be simple. It's clear as water. And if it's not, walk away. It has nothing to do with your education level. And that's what we have to understand as business, because we don't know everything. And we have to get those people in our circles and resources that we can trust and depend on to help us guide us.
And that's the thing, is the trusting and the resources. And everybody not looking for
exactly
to get paid.
Well, the money's gonna come if you do people right.
But we've been saying that how long?
Well, you right. Fuck y'all vote. And it will, if we do, and I think, let me pull this so we can talk more, I can let you know more of the resources that we have. And like you said, that's the thing. First of all, we talked about this earlier, starting a business with, you already don't have a job, and you don't have a hustle, but you want to start a business. We know how that ends up, don't we? So you want to have, you want to have a plan of what you're going to do when you do start the business, and then kind of help you go into it. The resources that are available, I think what you have, Jeanette, we talk about it, it's just wonderful to help. And you guide so many people with nonprofit, because you've called me and say, hey, what you doing? What about this? What about that? And you work with them. You really try to help them and guide them the right way, because you like I said, I'm trying to show them where to go. I had problems, so they wouldn't.
Because I didn't have nobody.
Look.
And then I met you.
Right. But you like, was up running when we met. Right.
You know, still running. With nothing, but thank the Lord.
Right. And that's the thing I told, you have to, it's a trust process. You have to believe in I'm going to say God, I don't know how you're putting it. I mean, okay. You're going to have to. And with the trusting and believing with no worrying about it, he'll guide you what it is if it's for your purpose. Now, I'm going to say something a little different. If it's your purpose, you're going to be success. If it's not,
you're going to be running.
And that's where people start trying to put the money before the purpose, or money before the objective, whatever the case may be. And that's what you run into. So it's all about the money before you know it. The thing is, give people substance. I know what you have is good, is great. Know it's from your heart. It's going to show out. It's going to show up whatever you do. And one thing about people, they got choices. People got choices where they can come to me. And I think everybody that do. But I handle them as if I'm serving them. And that's the attitude as business owners we have to have. I'm serving you. So, it's the value you put in yourself, and I'm going to give you everything to help you do what you need to do. And if we take that kind of attitude when we deal with people that have you serving them, I'm going to give you the best of me that I got so you can be successful. Right. Money going to happen all the time.
Win-win for everybody.
Everybody.
Okay. So give us these resources.
So some of the resources we have, which you can definitely go to the website and you'll see them, is that one, we do credit restoration. Now let me say what that's for. That's only for funding clients. We do not open it to the public. Okay, but we do it because what we found out was credit repair service company, they do their job. But when it comes to funding, sometimes you do your job too good, you took off too much stuff that we kind of needed, stuff that we could have, and they don't know because we're looking at what fund, and it's crazy because I didn't know, because I've been doing, I had credit repair business a long time ago, and now we just handed down, the girls in the office do it, but we have, it's amazing how the funding do not look at us the same way in retail world. That's why because we were sending them to different people, sending them out, and we're like, oh wow, so we're like, stuff, this ain't gonna work. So that's how we started. Like we found out about a program where, you put your bills and all that stuff on it. Now check this out. Hold on, let me show you how you know this ain't right. So they have a program that if you have, want to boost, I ain't calling no name, but I want you to think, if you put all those light, water, and gas on that, remember I talked about your debt ratio? What just happened?
Debt.
There you go. Your ratio just changed. Your ratio just changed. And so it's, oh, my scores went up. Yeah, but your debt ratio went down. And if you come in loan, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? So the lenders are looking. So it's just that we have to learn. And it's different for everybody, everything, every bank, every situation, guys. It is, okay? It's not no one thing for everything. But that's what we do. So we do offer that. It's month to month. It's no continuous thing because once we get it taken care of, it's done. Okay, that one is done. We also offer funding website education program. We have one for business owners. We do once a year. Where we actually teach you all the different type of lending. There are actually 28 different types of debt lending you could get, other than a business term, a line of credit. I took that into. So the rest of them, you know what they are. Exactly. That's why we teach you, because in your business, at a certain point in time, you need to get certain types of loan. Every loan is not a business bank loan. If you want to get a vehicle, we need to get equipment loan. That's what they're gonna do. Anything on wheels, they're gonna do just that. See, and that'll help you before you won't pull from that 100,000 you probably pull from your business. You don't take it from there. So then you say, okay, well I got these contracts and these purchases I need to get filled. Don't get a business term loan. Let's go get a purchase order loan, access loan. Let's go get that. So see, it's different loans you pull that are getting required differently, and it won't actually weigh down on the credibility of your company getting money. You know, but you just have to know how that would work. And that's even starting small. You know, people just don't understand that. I have a company, it's a transport company that came out. They started, been in business for a year. And so now she wanted a loan. She said working capital. Well, after everything got done, we wound up getting her a vehicle, because that's what she needed. We found a building, because that's what she needed. Okay. And she walked out with $150,000 working capital. She didn't know she could
take that to purchase the other stuff.
Well, that's working capital.
That's
just to do everything else. Yes, with that. And see, we don't know that because we put it all together. You give me $250,000, I'm gonna go buy that van.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go get, you know, that's how we think.
Get the furniture.
Right. And what happens, it affects the cash flow of the business.
Okay.
So it's just things we don't know that's business kind of fun. And that's why when I said our credit, our education is where we teach you that type of stuff. It's an all-day course that we do. And you walk out with a binder that has a full application for every one of those we're talking about.
Okay.
And it's also catered to your industry, because we do the class small enough where you can come in and we can talk about yours there, all of us together, talking about that. Because I think she does like maybe, the maximum that Charlotte is like anywhere from 10 to 15, but really we kind of brought it down to like about 8, because it's getting really serious with these businesses that we really need to take time on there to make sure you understand it. So we have that, and then we have a program where you actually just stay with us, you know, for a year after we have kind of hold your hand and go through the process of it, okay? So that's that, and we also have the real estate investment program funding that I talk about the funding. This program is not out there. It is not, I can guarantee it's not. Because I am dealing with the part with the closing agent. The part you all don't know. The part your coaching, real estate coach don't know that part. Because your real estate coach can only teach you how he got his property and what he did and how he did his money. What he can't tell you behind the scenes, because he don't know what happened back there, we do. So that's what I teach you, because I think as a real estate investor, the first thing you need to know is how the money works. Because it don't work like Bobby who bought that rent house down there. It don't work that way.
Don't listen to Bobby.
So that's the one. So the next thing we have, I do have a podcast. We have a podcast that is basically, and like it's TDJ Equity Funding Insiders, and this is where I have interviewed people that's in the professional funding series. So I got loan brokers, I have processors, I have all attorneys, things of that all affected to give us some insights to what we need to do as owners that they can't really tell us in person, you know, in our face, pretty much. Right. So that's what the podcast is about. So it's insider knowledge for us that. So we have that, and then we have, like I said, the other one, we do webinars. They go to our YouTube channel, TDJ Equity Funding Insiders, and we have webinars that actually talks about for us adding aspects to your business, like HR. What are you looking for? What you need to do HR. We got, like I got a cost segregation guy coming in that people don't even realize how you can segregate your furniture and save money. So it's just things that add to the business itself. So we try to make that to, like I said, how's the business going? Me and you, we didn't have no help. There wasn't nobody but us. Yeah. So that's what I try to
learn here and there.
Right. And so we try to put those things in place where they can. So basically, the resources out there that they're on the site, they can go to them and look at them and sign up for whatever they need. And then call the office if they have any questions about anything. They'll get me for sure.
So give them the information.
So again, the website TDJ Equity Funding Insiders.net. That's the podcast, and that's the also you go there is for our YouTube channel. And then the TDJ Equity LLC.net is our website, and that's where you can go to the website. And then the phone number is 214-561-7109, and I'm Jacquelyn Jackson. I'm the senior loan broker, and we're located in Frisco, Texas.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And giving all of these nuggets.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm going to email you some forms if you want, or what we have sitting. So if anybody wants to reach out, you can't, don't remember, y'all know Jeanette. She'll be able to give you whatever you need.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to thank you for watching Live with OCC, and we'll see you soon. Bye.